Well, all right, folks. It's Dave here. Hopefully, I sound okay. Let me check my what's going on here. You can hear my voice, right? All right. All right. Just want to make sure I wouldn't have the robot voice. I'm sorry I have to do that, but I get so paranoid now. But anyway, so where have I been? Well, as the picture in the thumbnail shows, I've been in bed. Um, I had that 16-hour day on Saturday where I went from one rink to another. I had to two games Saturday night up in New Hampshire, and I come home and I was pretty beat. And I slept in Sunday and had a nice easy Sunday. Just kind of watched football and just didn't do much. And by Sunday night, I was flat out. And I woke up on Monday, probably around noon, and I was done. I was junk. I was junk. It hit me. So I usually get sick once a year. Sometimes this has been about a year and a half. I've done pretty good. I take my supplements, take a lot of supplements, and I try to take care of myself. I don't drink and smoke or anything like that, or anything like that. And so I don't eat all the best, but still. And yeah, just every now and then I get run down from work. So that's what I thought it was. I says, okay, I'm just run down from work. It got me down. And then was it Monday night? I went to bed. Luckily, I only had one game. They canceled the game Monday night. So I get to the rink, dragged myself to the rink because it was too late to find a replacement. And I just score keeping. So I just listened to the radio. And the second game was canceled. It's like beautiful. Just one game, go home, go back to bed. And I got the sweats all night. And I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, the sweats were gone. Oh, okay, good. The fever broke, right? And then the next day, I felt even worse. So I ended up, I canceled the Tuesday night because we had rain. So I was like, oh, there's a good chance to cancel, get some rest. I went to bed at like 5:30 on Tuesday night. I didn't get up out of bed till Wednesday morning, like at 10. And then so I felt better. So I went to New Hampshire. I did a game. I come home and it's like, take me off the schedule tomorrow. He says, I'm going back to bed. One of those days, I think it was Wednesday night, I actually woke up in the middle of the night and I thought it was Sunday. I don't know why. I woke up, I was like, oh, it's Sunday. I get today off. Beautiful. And no, I don't. It's not Sunday. I was so out of it. So out of it. You ever just been out of it? Just the head just gets floaty. Yeah. And so, needless to say, I haven't played anything just because it's in my head. Sometimes if I feel bad, I'll play something to make me feel better. But it's like every time I think about playing something, it's like, man, I don't know if I get the mental capacity to play anything. Um, Check out Fight Card by the Red Ice Hockey Group. I'll have to check that out. If that's a boxing game, I'm not interested. I don't like anything boxing. I'm sorry, I just don't. You can be mad at me, but I just don't. Um, it was so I've been so out of it. Who was I talking to? Was it Ron? Was it Ron or was it Vinny? I forget. I was one of the two guys. I think it was Vinny. I was talking to him on the way home the other night yesterday from the rink. I think I called him just to kind of keep me awake on the ride home because it was tough ride home because I just wasn't feeling good. And I says I haven't done any retail therapy yet. I says I was real close. I want to get that 1980 APA football season. That's what I'm looking at. I know they just come out with 86. 80's more my jam. That is my year. 80 for hockey and football and baseball. That is my year. And I know it's been sitting there at Apple for a while, so I think I'm going to pull the trigger on that. But I was so in a cloud the other night, I almost did it, and it's some retail therapy, but I didn't. I didn't yet. I don't know what's holding me back. I should just get it. It's been a while since I did something like that, and I know Black Friday's coming up in a month. Not that APA has any sales or anything like that, but um, so yeah, sometimes just something to make you feel better, you know. Alan, Alan, thank you for coming by. You can't do anything. Yeah. When you feel like that, you can't do it, including playing a game. Yeah. Sometimes I can. Sometimes I come down here and I just kind of veg out. And sometimes I share it with you guys and sometimes I don't. And you know what's funny today is I get up. Hang on a sec. My coughing largely went away. I had 2 days of coughing and then I had the sweats and then it was in my head. Now it's just kind of all over achy. And I actually felt a little bit. I went outside today. I had to pack the truck for tomorrow morning because I have to go to work tomorrow morning. I told them I'm not refereeing, even though I'm bringing my stuff. I says if I feel better in the morning, I'll referee. Otherwise, I don't want to be out in the ice trying to skate, feeling like this, avoiding pucks. Um, Where was I going with this? Oh, so, but I did go outside and, boy, the air was great. I stood on the front steps and it was like 56 degrees. I just had this light t-shirt on. I was like, wow, that felt good. I said, and the wife's not feeling good. I said, you should come out here and take this breeze out. She goes, I'm too tired. I was like, I know, but it's going to refresh you. It did. So I got a little bit of energy. And I says, I need to play something, because I've been eating like comfort food, like bad stuff. So I had like a brownie and milk. I shouldn't have that, but it's like I needed comfort food. And then she had some soup. So I had the soup. The soup wasn't bad. But then I had a donut and coffee. So I've been eating kind of bad. I've been eating comfort food stuff, because I haven't been feeling well. That's what I know I'm not feeling well is when I eat all that stuff. And I should be doing it the opposite. When I feel good, I should eat that. When I feel bad, I should be eating better. But that's how we are. And I ended up so I've been having just I had a couple of teas and honeys the other night. I thought that got me over the hump, the tea and the honey, and that just made me pee all night. It was like, wow, up 10 times doing that. Um, but I said I'm going to pull out some Apple football or at least Apple hockey and play some today. Says that those are my go-to comfort games. Either that or again I got a ton of those games. But says that'll make me feel better, even if I just play it. And I come down here and I looked around. And I says, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think I can play anything right now. Then I was like, maybe bang on a payoff pitch game for my Red Sox season or a game of shoot. I wanted to play something, and I just couldn't do it. I got my We Are family. I figure we're family tonight, so I'm going to put on my Pirates hat. That's what I'm going to do. And the fever saved me from Apple's high price. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Is the thing about Apple, they do announce the price hikes. At least he did the last time. And so, sometimes if you wait, the price goes up because everything goes up, shipping goes up. So I try to gather stuff now while I can, kind of like hoard it almost, so I have it. And I know I'll play 80. I know I'll play 80 for sure. But if I wait, the price only goes up if I wait. That's the thing. And I haven't bought anything in a long time. I've been kind of pretty good about it. And I don't know about Black Friday. It's coming up in a month, and I haven't heard of anything for sales, and I don't know what I'm going to get. Usually, I do some Downy stuff, but I got some Downy stuff at Easter, so I don't know what I'm going to do with the Downy stuff. I wonder if SD's going to have anything going for Black Friday. He's trying to push that basketball game out. I don't know if he's going to get it out or not. And Christopher comes by. Hi, Christopher. And my friend Fenner comes by. He wanted to keep wanting to get football back on the table, but the time to play a football game holds me back. I have both second season and season ticket football. I'll get it back out soon. That was an interesting conversation that I had with somebody the other day, or I was reading it somewhere. Again, my head's in a fog, so I'm all over the place right now. I'm going to be like a ghost. I'm going to be all over the place. And it got me thinking about a show topic about length of a game. And who was it? Okay, I don't remember because my head's in a fog. Somebody was talking about how long it was taking to play a game, and that I'd rather play more games and take the time on one game. I forget what it was. It made a good point. It's like, the length of a game, that's an issue. It is. It's like I'm watching a movie right now. Excuse me. Me and the wife will sit down in front of the TV, and she's like, well, you want to watch a movie? And so I'll flick around and try to find something to watch. And it's like, this one's, an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours, hour and 50 minutes. It's like, I'd like something just a little over an hour. I don't know if I have an hour and a half to sit. I just, don't have that time to sit, and then we'll start watching something for 15 minutes and it's like, oh, this is stupid. Let's just clear it away. And so playing a game's almost like watching a movie. It's like I look at the length of the movie. That's why sometimes I like watching the series. We could do an episode in, half hour, 40 minutes. And so sometimes those are better. So you can watch one. If you want to watch another, you can, but you can just get the one and get one and done. So I don't watch a ton of movies anymore. Although I've been going back while I've been sick. I've been watching all my Godzilla DVDs. I bought a DVD player. I thought I had one, but I guess I don't. I had one that used to connect to the internet and I could stream things too. It was kind of neat. I can't find it. Maybe it broke. But anyway, I bought a little cheap DVD player. So I've been playing all my old Godzilla movies, and I found some DVDs at the local Savers for like $3, and I picked up a few of them. So I've been watching some of those. Amazon had there's the Amazon Prime sale or whatever it was, and you buy two get one free. So I got a whole bunch of like $5 and $10 DVDs and got some of them for free. And I got some old seasons of some things too that I won. Like Kolchak the Night Stalker. I got I want to watch that, the Police Squad, Naked Gun. I like all that stuff there. And that's stuff that I have a hard time finding the stream. So anyway, I'm going off topic here, but um, so yeah, so finding a movie to watch sometimes it's like I just don't want to sit for that hour and a half, and that's kind of how gaming is. Sometimes you just don't want to sit for an hour and a half or 2 hours and play one game. But at the same time, you don't get that full game experience when you play a highlight game, or usually you don't. Usually you don't, and it's not a knock on any game. Okay, I love my shootout hockey, my Stone Cold, my highlight hockey. I love all those 49 highlight hockey, and those are all kind of highlight games where and even hockey blasts is you kind of stop and see what goes on. Hockey blast is kind of an in between game, it really is. But if you want to play a Strat, Apple, Hockey Bones, Quick Decks Hockey, those are all full play games. And they take a while because you're seeing every little thing that happens in the game. And when you get done playing that game, when I get done playing a full game of anything, whether it's football, whether it's a 2 to 2.5 hour football game or a 1 or 1.5 hour hockey game, you didn't miss anything. You saw it all. You saw everything happen. You saw every break. You saw every penalty, every shot, every flag that was thrown, every drop catch, every loss on the play, whatever game you're playing. It's like when you play a full play baseball game, you see it all. You get it all in, and that can't be replaced with a highlight game. Some do a pretty good job of it, but it really, you need to play the full game. And so I'm not scared of the long play games anymore. I used to be. Like I'd rather play 3 games in an hour and a half than just one. And sometimes I'm in the mood for that. But the full play games, they are. I've turned over a new leaf with that. And many years ago, I did that because I used to be like, oh man, this takes too long to play. I'd rather play more games. I'd rather go for quantity than quality. Well, now I enjoy the full play games, and I don't care how long it takes me to play. It takes me a couple of sittings or all day or tonight and then tomorrow morning. You just feel more involved when you play the full play game, and it's so awesome. So awesome. Back in the chat here. So yeah, so Fenner, don't be afraid to put a long play game on the table. Don't I mean, if you're playing, you're playing. That's the thing. It doesn't matter if you're playing a half hour, an hour and a half, you're playing, you're enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, then that's one thing. And oh boy, Christopher's going for some oral surgery. Had some oral surgery on Friday. Was the pain isn't good, good, good. Yeah, I got to get a crown put on pretty soon. So I'm not looking forward to that. And Fenner, yeah, Kolchak. I haven't seen that since I was a kid. That used to scare me as a kid in the '70s. As a kid, that was scary stuff. Now I'll probably watch. It's probably so dated now it won't matter. But because some of that stuff I watched that used to freak me out as a kid, now it's like, oh, what's the big deal? But yeah, I heard Ace Frehley was sick, and he's on. Yeah, someone posted he died today. Then someone said he was on life support. So yeah, he's not doing very well right now. So I'm getting different things. Actually, it was the bass player from Metal Church that posted that he died early today. And then everyone else is posting he's on life support. So, yeah, that's so sad that we're at the age now where all our musical and our sports heroes are passing away. Sadly, The Sopranos, The Wire, Justified, The Americans' Great DVD binge watchers. Yeah, I've been binge watching a lot of things. And Phil comes by. Phil, hope you're doing well, buddy. I haven't chimed in on some of your posts. I'm sorry. I've been kind of out of it. I'm not ignoring you, buddy, by any means. I just been kind of. I've been in bed doing nothing. You know what I listened to last night? And I think I posted this somewhere. I think it was in the Discord. I wanted some Charlie Jones. I needed some Charlie Jones in my life. And so I went on YouTube and I searched for old football games, and I started to play these old games until I heard Charlie Jones. And so it was Charlie Jones and Lynn Dawson. And it turns out it was a 1981 playoff game with Buffalo at the Jets. And I was like, perfect. I'm going to listen to this like an AM radio and go to bed. So I put it on YouTube and just clicked off the phone and let it play and put it under my pillow. And the Bills opening kickoff, the Jets fumble and somebody scooped and scored. And I was like, did I hear that right? So I had to turn it on and watch the replay. And yeah, The Bills kicked off. The Jets fumbled at the 26. Buffalo scooped it up and scored. So it's 7-0 Bills right off the bat. I'm like, oh, man. But it was great listening to Charlie Jones and Lynn Dawson. That's stuff I grew up with. That's why I'm really probably going to pick up that 80 season because that's my era. 79, 80, 81 is like that's my peak. So I'm surprised I don't have it already, but I will get it. And so I was listening to Charlie Jones and Lynn Dawson do that game, and I think the Bills and the Jets came back, but the Bills won. They were up 17-7 at the half or something like that. But it was fun listening to all the old names and listening to Charlie. And boy, listening to Charlie Jones, I gotta say, how do I say this nicely? I'm sick, so it doesn't matter. Listening to Charlie Jones, I had no idea what was going on in the game. Really, like, because I had the video off and I'm just listening to it like an AM radio. Now I know he's doing TV, so he doesn't need to broadcast everything that I'm seeing. But I had no idea what was happening. It was just like, all right, 3rd and 10 to the Jets. And, oh, that's incomplete. Just like, and then it'd be like, here's a handoff. And he will score. Who has it? Where was he? What's going on here? I had no idea who had the ball, where they were, or what was going on in the play. It was so weird. It was just like listening to him. It's like, man, it's like if you're watching it, it might have been great because he just chimed in a little bit. But yeah, I was like, man, I'm lost. I'm trying to visualize the play, and he wasn't giving me anything to visualize to. Again, it's not a radio broadcast, so you don't have to. But it was like, man, I love Charlie Jones, but that game, I was like, man, I have no idea what's going on. That's part of the fun of it, though, too. Oh man, Alan, what does he say? Because I often talk myself out of playing a full football or hockey game, but end up playing a 4-game series of baseball, which takes 2 hours anyway. Yeah. Let me see. That's yeah. I'm kind of spacing out here. So you're talking about 2 hours of gameplay is 2 hours of gameplay. Whether you play 4 games, 10 games, or 1 game. I mean, you can play a fast play game in 1 to 2 minutes. And you can probably play 60 games in an hour or 30 games in an hour. What's the sense, though? And again, but that's the great thing about this hobby is we have all kinds of things. We have, this time, this time, this time, and this time. We have all games that take different times, and you can enjoy them for different things. And there's some games that get really complex, and there's some games that are very easy. And that's what makes it great. And that's why I play so many games. I'm in the mood for different things. Sometimes I want a complex game and I want to challenge myself. And sometimes I want an easy game. And sometimes I want this. And sometimes I want that. And APA football is my longest game. It takes me forever to set up and it takes me forever to play. And I just don't regret any of the time I spend with that. I enjoy the heck out of that. I really do. And if I look at hours played, on the money spent, it kind of works out for me that way because I've put a lot of time in. Sorry, I'm hearing some noise here in the house. I don't think the wife's walking around upstairs. I thought she was in bed. Yeah. So again, the length of a game, it's a real thing. It is. It's a real thing. Because it's time. It's like I know that if I play a full game of hockey, it's an hour and a half. If I lay out the cards on the table, depending on the game. If I want something quicker, I have something quicker. But I enjoy the full play games. I really do. And I never said that years ago. And now that I've done it and I've taken the leap, I really kind of do. And so I've been doing my sick diet. Okay, so it's a ginger ale, right? Stuff I did as a kid at my grandparents' house. My wife, before she got sick, because she's sick now, she made some pastine. Is it pastina? It's a little. I call them the little stars, and that's what my grandparents used to make me when I was sick. We'd have the soup with the pastine. It's like the little pasta stars they were called. And I looked at my wife's like, oh, I made some soup, because I know you were sick and I'm getting sick too. So I made some soup for her. I said, oh, okay. I couldn't. And it's the whole thing of pastina in there. I was like, oh man, I haven't had this since I was a kid. Or no, I shouldn't say that. She's made it a few times, but that was the go-to as a kid. The little I used to call them the stars. And it's like, I'm not supposed to have pasta, but I says, I'm sick. I'll have the pastina. So I put the pastina in. She had some carrots and celery, chop them up and things like that. So, and somebody just texted me that they said that Ace Frehley did die. So it just made official. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, he was just torn too, and he said he fell. he fell, and then he canceled a couple of dates, and that's so sad. That's so sad. And Fenna says, my point is well taken. I remember playing my first game of season ticket football with the Texans and the Titans. It came down to the wire. The Titans were winning in the fourth. A good story. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. As Barbara comes by, and Barbara's still sick. Yeah, Barbara, this thing is hanging around. I had it for a couple of days, and I thought I was out of it. I was like, okay, I'm through the woods and made it through, and it just come back this morning. I get up and boom, it hit me in the face. I was like, oh my gosh. So I canceled out of the game today. I says I can't drive today. I don't even want to drive right now. And so I didn't go to the game today. They won easily, so I didn't miss anything. And then I says, I don't know if I can referee in the morning. So I says, and two other guys are out, and we don't have that many. So I was like, I don't know what we're gonna have for officials in the morning. I says, I'll bring my stuff. If I wake up and I feel better, I'll try it. But the way I feel now, and then it's one of those sicknesses too that you get a breath of fresh air, and you're like, oh, I feel pretty good for like 20 minutes. Oh man, I'm fine now. And then you do one of those. Oh, but yeah, I know. And Vinny said he was sick for a week. It just won't go away. Yep. And Charlie Jones always seemed to be doing the games from Denver in the 4 p.m. window. Well, he did a lot of mostly American football conference, the AFC. He did a lot of that. He did a lot of Patriots games and Bills and Jets and Dolphins. He didn't do much NFC. He was mostly on the NBC, which carried the AFC. So that's what I was looking for. And so the Bills and Jets, that was perfect Charlie Jones game. It really was, with Lynn Dawson. It was pretty good there. Don Criqui was another. Oh, I just every time he did a Patriots game, they lost when they had Don Criqui. Don Criqui and John Brody is just when Criqui did a game, it wasn't good for the Patriots. It just wasn't good for the Patriots. And who was the other guy? Dick Enberg. He was pretty good. And there's so many good announcers back in the day. I really liked it. Robert R. Has anyone tried playing 49 highlight hockey using Action PC 25 for the stats? Yes. The Action PC hockey for stats is not working very well right now. I just sent off a long thing to Keith. No, I'm sorry, not Keith. Sorry, Dave Cook. We were going back and forth. There's a few things that weren't working well. And I shot him back this big long email and says, look, this is what we need as tabletop hockey players. This is what we need to see. And it was kind of set up to almost play Action PC hockey cards and dice. And there's no Action PC hockey cards and dice. It says, this is what we need to see to make this manual stat thing work. And I haven't heard back from them, but I know that they've been working on some things. And it was kind of weird. I mean, technically, is it working? Maybe. Could you keep stats? Possibly. It wasn't very smooth, and it wasn't what I needed. So right now I can't use it. Let's put it that way. So I've tried it. It didn't work for me. Doesn't mean it won't work for you. I haven't tried it with the highlight hockey, but yeah, I found it wasn't quite ready. It needs a few things. That's all I'm going to say. Charlie Jones and Len Dawson, great broadcasting team. Yeah. And Apachata says, I'm background noise to the Brewers and the Dodgers. I'm glad I'm background noise. Oh, yeah, I forgot they started at 6, right? They started at 6, and I'll have to go to bed and listen to that. It's interesting that the Seattle and Toronto are playing, the two expansion teams. That's neat. Neil comes by and says, Bills defeated the Jets, and later that afternoon, the Eagles and Dick Vermeil lost his last playoffs game as the Eagles coach Ray Perkins, a rookie named Lawrence Taylor, and the Giants. Yep. So I'm looking here. Yeah, 27-21 at Philadelphia. So the Bills won in New York and the Giants won in Philadelphia on Wild Card Sunday. So a couple of teams lost their home games. I'm looking at the Pro Football page right now. Yep. So that's 80. So that is 80. That's 81. I have that season, so I can actually play that game. Maybe I should play that game. And Barbara says her grandmother used to make it for me too. I would only eat pastina. Yep. It's been 9 days. Oh, I don't want to hear that. It's been since Sunday. It's only been 4 or 5 days. I need to get better. I need to get back to work. Thank you, Mr. Jet. And yeah, what's Mr. Jet been up to? I've done nothing. Nothing. I wanted to pull something out today, and I didn't. I thought I had to work today, so that's why I slept in. And then when I found out I didn't have to work, I was like, I think I was going to go back to bed. I did what I had to do for work and went back to bed today. I haven't been to the gym in a week because of this. Got nothing going on at all. So I think I was going to be in bed tonight. It's like I don't want to go to bed too early. Then I'll wake up and I'll be up all night, and then I have to be up at 5, and then they'll screw me up. So I'm trying to stay up a little bit. So I figured I'd come. I look tired. I do look tired. No games tonight. You know. Yeah, Barbara's not feeling well either. I talked to her the other day. I couldn't even recognize her voice. Yeah, and PJ's got his '90s product with Hockey Blast going. And yeah, Neil says Charlie Jones was an AFL guy. He did the radio broadcast of Super Bowl III. Nice, nice, nice. Yep, nice. Oh yeah, Don Cricky did some early ABA games on CBS. Tried too hard to make the games sound good. Some of these guys did. Who was it? Who was the other guy that did some AHL hockey? What was his name? He did a lot of baseball. Baseball is a conversation. Bob Costas, is that his name? Bob Costas? I think he did some AHL hockey, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it ABA? Or am I just getting everybody confused at this point here? I forget now. D13 comes by. Gonna roll that 13. Thank you for coming by. Oh man, Tokyo chiming in. I don't have anything Godzilla to show you. I've been. I had a funny. I'm not feeling good, James. So I'm kind of a little out of. I'm amusing myself right now. I'm laughing at things that aren't usually funny, but I've been watching some Godzilla movies lately, and Tokyo's been obviously getting smashed up by Godzilla. And I'm looking at that, and I'm thinking that we got this bridge in town that goes over this little inlet of water, and it's been shut down for like 6 or 7 years. And the bridge is probably 40 to 50 feet long. It just goes over a little bit of water, and they shut it down, and they haven't been able to fix it in 6 or 7 years. This little tiny bridge, right? But it's a big outlet to get into town. And now everybody's going to go all the way around this little water inlet, and traffic is clogged in one section of town because of this inlet's closed. And I'm thinking, well, Godzilla just wrecked Tokyo. If my town was in charge of it, it would never ever get rebuilt because it's been 6 years and we can't rebuild this 40-foot bridge. How would they ever rebuild Tokyo? I don't know. That's how my mind was working under this virus I got. Sorry, did that make any sense? It's probably not making any sense. But I'm glad you're tuning in from Tokyo here. This is the sick. I should have called this the sick cast. Um, People are sick out there in the Pacific Northwest as well. Yeah, yep. It just kind of it happens. Bob Costas did the ABA. He was ABA. Okay, the Spirit. That's right. He did do the ABA. That's right. I forgot about that. I think I was reading that in the book that I got. I got that book I was listening to on the way to Colorado on the plane. I never finished it, by the way, but I was listening to it, and I think they mentioned Bob Costas quite a bit. Yeah, so he was one of the guys they wanted to mention. Yeah, Bob Costas, that was his name. Yeah, wasn't he in Basketball, that comedy with the South Park guys, Basketball? He was one of the announcers. I thought he did a good job of that. It's always funny seeing those guys in there doing those shows. I got the I got the Police Squad and the Naked Gun on DVD, so I need to watch some Leslie Nielsen. He's always a favorite of mine. Leslie Nielsen, Steve Martin, they were always great. Leslie Nielsen he's just such a goofball. It was so funny. Those the airplane movies and all that. That was just some good time. That was some good humor. Good just down home humor. Just silly stuff. It was great. So, yeah, so if I get feeling better, if I can get some rest tonight and tomorrow, hopefully I'll get something back on the table. I need to get something on the table. James comes by. Thank you, James. Yeah, I just want to come by and say hi. I haven't seen anybody in a while. Haven't done much. So I just want to let you know that that's why I I've been down and out. And usually this stuff doesn't keep me down too long, but this one's got me. And I've been doing a lot of rest. Usually I can rest these things out. Usually if I stay in bed for a couple days, I can ride it out. Not this one. This one just keeps cycling around. It's in my head and it's in my body. Now it's back in my head. And, um, yeah, just where I am. Then I'm tired, and then I'm just it's a little bit of everything, a little bit of everything. And so it's you know just how it goes sometimes. So I'll get my rest. But thanks for coming by. I did want to come on and just say hi real quick. And now it's been a half hour. I've been talking away. I haven't even changed my pennants behind me yet. I got to do that. Have the Rangers scored a goal yet? That's what I'm wondering too. I got the Rangers up there, but I heard they haven't scored a goal yet. So I'm wondering how the Rangers are doing. I like the Rangers to do good. Rangers and the Sharks. And the Sharks are always terrible. I need to get some Sharks on the table too. I did buy a season of Sharks, I think. Rangers are really bad. Oh, okay. The Rangers are really, really bad. Okay. That's too bad. That's too bad. How's Toronto doing? That's the other thing. I don't know how Toronto's doing. I haven't followed too much of it. I looked into getting. I was all excited there because I had Monday off. The day I was sick, I was like, "Oh, maybe I'll get that ESPN package and watch some hockey while I'm sitting home sick." And it was like, it was ESPN, and you had to get ESPN, Disney, and Hulu, and it was like 30 or $40 a month. I was like, I ain't spending 30 or $40 a month. No thanks, not for that. So I didn't get it. And then if you get the Disney and the Hulu, you get the ones with the commercials, and it's just like, oh, forget it. You just want to upgrade, get rid of the damn commercials, you know? I don't know. But anyway. All right, folks. Well, thanks for keeping me company here. I'm almost done my ginger ale. I had my soup with my pastina. And so now I'm going to go hit the sack and I'll listen to the game. What is the score of the ball game, by the way? I'll have to go to Yahoo Sports. I like Yahoo Sports. Let's go to Yahoo Sports and see what the score of the game is right now. So 1-1. I don't think the Mets are gonna. I mean, the Mets, the Milwaukee. I think they're kind of done. AL. I don't know what's going on with Seattle, Toronto. I think Seattle could potentially kiss this one away to Toronto, but I think Dodgers gonna wrap it up. I don't know anything about these teams, but just my gut feeling. Um, and is there football tonight? It's Thursday night, right? It's Thursday night. Oh, the Rangers. Oh, the Rangers and the Leafs. That'd be a good listen. I might listen to that. Um. Oh, is it tonight? It's Aaron Rodgers tonight, right? Maybe I'll stay up with some of that. 8:15. Can I stay up another hour? Flacco and Aaron Rodgers. Oh yeah, they were talking about the old man game. They're talking about the old man game. It's too bad that that's what they're focusing on. Remember the good old days when you had Brady and Manning and Roethlisberger, Aaron Rodgers, and Brett Favre. We had some good quarterbacks back in the day, and now not so much. But anyway, all right, folks. Thanks for the well wishes. Wish me the best. Hopefully, I'll get better so we can get back to some things on the table here. I'm hoping for a full recovery shortly. I'm hoping to get some things on the table. Hoping to get some different things and just get back to playing. Even offline. And James says, "Oh, Otani is nearly every billboard in Japan. There are many people at breakfast watching the games on their phones." Oh yeah, because it would be, yeah, it would be morning out there. Correct. Yeah, that must be wild. It's watching baseball in the morning. It's always weird when you go to different time zones. Like I went to I've only been to the West Coast a few times, but you go out there and it's the hockey games are at instead of starting at 7, they start at 4. And the games that start at 10 or 7 out there. So it's 10 o'clock at night and all the hockey games are done. And it's kind of weird. It's like, so back home, it's like, oh, well, we get the 10 o'clock game, so I can be up till 1 o'clock watching hockey. Out there at 10 o'clock, all the games are done, at least for hockey. It's like, it's just weird. It's like, now what? There's nothing to watch. All the games are over with. Oh, it's 8 a.m. out there, so it's almost a 11-hour difference or whatever it is. Yeah, so everybody's probably on the train, right? Watching their phones, watching the game. Pretty wild. Yep. Yep. Casanova, thanks for coming by. Yep. Be well, everyone. Hopefully, I'll see you guys either tomorrow or this weekend. I don't think I have any extra games this weekend that I know of. Um, no, I'm wide open. So if I get better, aside from Saturday morning, that's all the work I have. So I'm hoping I will see you guys at some point. Oh, it's 14 hours from Dallas. Yeah, so I think I'm 2 hours different. So that would be that. Okay. All right. Well, enjoy your time in Tokyo. Thanks for tuning in. And I'm hoping to be a little bit more entertaining the next time we talk. But I did want to go because I haven't seen you guys in a while. It's just been down and out in Beverly Hills. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Bye bye.